It's possible to free yourself permanently and completely of pornography. You can do it. But you got to understand, like, on the way there, man, you will relapse so many times. And I thought it would be helpful to just have a bit of perspective because, dude, you can lose your perspective so incredibly quickly, especially if you relapse, especially if you're still in the fog of things. And so I just want to tell you, like, how many fucking hundreds of times I've relapsed, man, even thousands of times if I really think about it. So for many years, dude, I didn't even really count it as relapsing because I was just fucking using porn. I wasn't really even trying to not use porn. You know, I was just using it like compulsively and I was completely in it. And when I imagined not using it, I thought, well, I don't know how I would do that. Honestly, man, it seemed like it seemed like a bigger challenge than climbing a mountain, like Mount Everest, dude. Like that's how it felt. It felt so like intimidating and staggering. Like, oh fucking hell, I don't want to go near that. You know, that's how it felt, man. And so I just keep relapsing and relapsing for years and years and years, brother. And then, you know, I basically realized, well, I can't do this because I just can't even function, right? My brain is just so foggy and I have so much anxiety and I just fucking can't even use my penis. So naturally, you'll want to quit pornography. You'll see, okay, well, I can clearly see that that's the thing I got to remove, right? So you'll lower it, you'll cut down, you'll start jerking off more without it, just kind of natural releasing. And by the way, man, you can actually do that as a way of, you know, weaning off of it, you know, from sort of hardcore pornography to just masturbation. That is one avenue. That is one way you can do it. At a certain point, man, you don't really give a fuck if you're retaining or not. You might bust a nut with your girlfriend. You might choose to release on your own. You might have a wet dream. This stuff happens. But honest to God, man, you can probably tell in all my videos, I emphasize the same thing. No PMO. Don't use pornography. And it's not that you just don't use it. It's that you transform yourself into a person who doesn't use it, who doesn't want to use it, who doesn't have that compulsion. I would, brother, relapse a lot. Yeah, I'd relapse hundreds of times. Right? Take this framing, okay? When you relapse, imagine you're burning through desire, right? You want to do it. And it's not quite as simplistic as you get it out of your system because obviously you don't, right? If you look into the neuroscience of this, you actually find that you get more addicted. You actually get more, you know, sort of hooked to it. The more you do it, it's like harder to get yourself out the more you do it. This is why just basic things like sexual abstinence, celibacy, retention, help you quit because you finally give yourself a break. But anyway, man, let me tell you more because you've got to understand I've relapsed so much to be where I am today. It kind of seems like paradoxical. Like I'm telling you how much I've relapsed and yet now I'm completely free. But you can kind of tell intuitively, like shit, if I really did burn the fuck out of my sexual desire, if I exhausted it, if I just pushed it to the max, I would probably get to a point where I'd be like, Jesus, I don't think I could do this anymore. Like, I think it's fucking killing me. And I don't mean to be too fucking heavy and stuff, man. But genuinely, you can have suicidal thoughts. I was like, dude, I've never been suicidal. But like in my last fucking 2 relapses, dude, and I remember when they were, this is how serious I've taken this stuff. I remember thinking like, oh, Jesus Christ, I don't feel like being alive. I feel so fucking shit. I don't fucking want to be alive. That's how fucking bad it was. Yeah. Now, just so you understand, man, that was me at my fucking worst, right? That was literally before I would go on to be free for years. Okay, so that was my sort of limit. Now, I would never harm myself, and I seriously do not recommend anything like that, man. I think you're smart enough to know that. But just understand, brother, it takes years of relapsing. You might be like, what are you talking about, bro? Everyone else is telling me to not relapse. Yeah, of course, don't relapse, dude. But hear this, regardless. Know that you've got to burn through your desires, yeah? Obviously, man, I'm going to recommend, if you can, to not use pornography. And, like, it's very specific to the person, so I'm not really going to try and prescribe a perfect thing for you, man. But what I would say is don't underestimate how much you'll need to burn through. Yeah, you won't really see other people giving you this advice. You'll just hear like, oh, fucking do a 30-day streak. And to be honest with you, man, I do give some of my clients that kind of suggestion where we start with 30 days. If they're, if they're a real sort of beginner on this path, maybe that could be a good thing for them. But really, dude, I relapsed for many, many years. And that was actually fucking good for me because it made me suffer so many times. Like, if I haven't emphasized before, brother, the way that you free yourself, finally, is you suffer so much. You think, I cannot suffer anymore. I'm fed up. You don't, dude, honestly, positive motivation is not strong enough, dude. It's not strong enough. You will go back. I promise you, man. Like, I consider myself a strong, disciplined guy. I fucking went back fucking hundreds of times. Why? Because it's so unbelievably addictive. You've got to understand how much your whole being will want sexual gratification. Yeah, it's built into you. It's hard coded into your fucking being to want to seek out sex. And obviously, in your mind, like, your mind doesn't really give a fuck. It will just go for PMO. It will just go for pornography. But you can fucking stop it if you allow yourself to feel the suffering that this causes. Yeah, you've got to be present with that stuff, man. For me, man, I don't have the option to relapse. I don't have that pressure. Shit, will I relapse tonight? No, dude, I can't. I won't. It's not going to happen. Imagine if you had that. Imagine if you didn't have the option. Jesus Christ, man, you'd be so much more free. You would have just immediately less stress because you'd be like, dude, well, I don't need to think about that anymore. Oh, thank fuck, I don't need to worry about that anymore. Oh, who would you become? Who would you become? I'm serious. Who would you become? Would you become as fucking charismatic as I am now? Fucking probably. Because you'd finally feel yourself, yeah? You've been hiding under layers of bullshit for years. The reason you need to feel yourself is because when you feel yourself, you're like, shit, I'm here. I've been pushing myself down. I've been souring my soul. I'm right fucking here. Let me come out, brother. Ah! I'm not kidding, bro. I'm not kidding. I'm at like 10%, 5-10% of like how expressive I could be. I could be fucking ripping my shirt off like, dude, fuck. Ah! Yeah, that's the energy that's fucking right there. And I'm not talking about fucking retention, bro. Like, you can retain, fuck retention, bro. you might be like, what are you talking about, bro? Retention's great. Yeah, of course it is, man. But you don't need retention. Like, obviously it's great and I recommend it. But really, you got to understand, it's no PMO. No PMO is the way forward. Years ago, brother, I was with a friend out. We were actually doing pickup out of all things. And he told me, like, kind of mid-set, like, that he used pornography. And I was like, wait, what? Dude, you used, like, bro, why? How are you here? How are you outside doing this with me? There's no way that I could do that. And, like, how can you expect to get results? Right there in the middle of fucking street, man, I was fucking proselytizing him like, dude, don't you see, man, you got to remove PMO, then you're going to be more chill. You're going to be more chill with yourself, you're going to give more chill energy, you're going to be more chill with girls, you're just going to have the right kind of vibe when you remove that toxicity and that poison. Yeah, it just made no sense to me, and I lectured him the whole way home. Now, these days, man, I don't tell anyone, like, oh, you must quit pornography. Fuck no. Because, everyone has their own lives. They can figure that out for themselves. But this guy was with me doing, like, trying to grow, trying to evolve, trying to pick up chicks, to be honest with you. And he was like, so I cared about him. So as a friend, I was like, no, dude, don't do that. Don't come out with me and, be watching porn at the same time. Because to me, it felt like a complete contradiction. Like, I wanted to help this guy. He was my wing, I mean, he wasn't actually fucking there anytime I did approaches, but still, like, I saw him as an equal and I wanted to help him. And yet he was like, oh yeah, no, I still do, man. Like, it feels too good. I'm like, dude, what the fuck? Of course it feels too good, but you stop. Like, you don't do it anymore. It's because it's because I just emerged out of not doing it. And so I was like super fucking passionate, kind of like I am now. I mean, to be completely honest with you, man, if you use PMO, like, I'm not going to judge you, brother. Like, you can do what you want. But I'm telling you this because for me in my own path, it was just so unbelievably important. It was night and day, the difference. It was so important to me. It was like, I couldn't possibly do what I was doing if I still used PMO. So that's why I had so much. Really, I was just kind of projecting my own need to not use PMO onto this guy. But honestly, dude, with all love and respect, if you still use it, you need to hear this. You need all of this fucking energy. You need all of this, like, motherfucker, you got to change. Because you're not free until you do this. And you don't want to be stuck. You don't want to be stuck, man. You don't want to be stuck. You've got to listen to yourself, man. What I want you to take from this is this. Yes, you do make it out. You do make it out, okay? I made it out. So are you. You're going to make it out. And you might be thinking, how the fuck do you know if I'm going to make it out? The reason I say that is because I'm creating the possibility for you. If you're smart, if you're wise, you will step right through that door. I've just opened the door for you, man. Step right through it and do it for you. Okay? You can't do it for anyone else, and you fucking won't, because you don't care about anyone else. You just care about you. That's the truth about human nature, bro. You only care about yourself. And that's not a bad thing. That's just how your mind is wired. You are designed to only give a fuck about yourself. Okay? Otherwise you die. If you want any support from me, dude, you can just fucking find my website in the description. Go check out that link. Book a call with me. Speak with me. Start coaching with me. You will change as a being. Okay? If that's important to you, check it out. If not, that's okay, man. Keep watching the videos. My friend, lots of love. Take care. And as always, man, peace.